Hello and welcome back to the Becoming Rich podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Monica. This is a podcast where we reclaim our power, choose ourselves, and create lives rich in love, self-worth, soul purpose, and abundance. I want to start off this episode with letting you know that I want this podcast to be as authentic as I possibly can be. So that means that I usually decide on what I'm going to be talking about on the episode, dependent on what I'm personally going through, what feels most aligned with me, because I want my truth to kind of pour out and you to feel my energy in it. And so we're switching up the episode today with something that I'm feeling right now, which is a little bit of anxiety. I kind of want to talk to you through it and how I talk to myself and how I get myself out of this space. I'm currently actually just in it right now. So I think talking out with you is also very helpful because letting out our emotions is so important when we're going through something. Obviously, you want to internalize and process on your own in your own timing, in your own space, but it's also very important to share and speak out loud about what you're going through, because sometimes you can actually get your thoughts out clear that way sometimes. When you're becoming a next version of you, when you're becoming her, that transition, how actually painful and confusing and difficult that can be. And it's not all sunshine and rainbows. When you are finally on the other side and you have this external success and you finally made it and you finally, have that accomplishment, that's great. But it's through the transition that a lot of fear is going to start coming up. That is exactly what's necessary in order for you to become actually that next version. But being in this limbo in between stage is what I want to talk about, and how to best transition yourself and being easy on yourself and understanding what you're going through. No matter how aligned you feel, how many signs you receive, you having that very potent, powerful vision on this next version of you, it doesn't mean that fear won't still creep in. But this doesn't mean that you're not ready. All it means is you're expanding. Right now, I'm in this space where I'm getting very clear on where I see myself. I've been kind of talking about this a lot, if you keep up with my vlogs, that's kind of where I've been talking about it most. Just really trying to shift my career, shift who I am. So many parts of me I feel like I've been working on. And I love it. I really love the transformation of it all. I love the growth. I get obsessed with it, to be honest, if I'm being quite real with you. I get very obsessed with seeing the growth happen and seeing and experiencing and feeling how great I feel now compared to a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, so on. But man, it's difficult. I feel like I've mapped out my goals and I've really set the vision more clear than I ever have. Even though I've done that and I'm like, okay, this is my plan. I want to shift the way that I show up on my social media. I'm rebranding. It's a rebrand. But I'm like, the rebrand is really just going to mirror my rebrand internally, everything that I've been doing. So now I just need everything else to start reflecting back to me how I've shifted. And so obviously that takes time. I've also got another job and I'm creating new streams of income. So there's a lot of building right now. As I'm doing this and I'm getting so excited and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to fully integrate into that next version of me, I can feel fears coming up, doubt, I'm not good enough, people are going to judge me, just things are just coming up. Even just like me posting my Instagram was like scary. Even though I'm not posting anything wild, I'm like posting just reels, but I don't know. I feel myself judging myself, right? Like that's what I'm doing because I'm imagining other people judging me, but really it's me judging me, maybe second guessing myself. And I see these other people do it. And I'm like, well, if they can do it, then why can't I? And so I'm just feeling the fear and I'm doing it anyways. I don't really have a choice. Like that's how I feel. I feel like I just don't have any other choice but to pursue what I know I'm meant to pursue. And I think that that's where my mind goes to. I have to just, I'm committed to myself, I'm committed to my growth, and I'm going to go into the direction, even if that means facing my fear in its face. I have to, because the dreams, the goals that I have, the mission that I have, it's greater than me, and I'm not going to get it. I'm just not. So I'm willing to sacrifice and feel the pain, feel the emotions, feel everything I need to feel in order to surpass it. And you're always going to experience this. Like, no matter where you're at in your journey, you're always going to experience on some level fears coming up because you're going to consistently try to grow and evolve in your business, in your personal life. You're going to want to continue to grow. So when you step into this next version of you, are you going to be able to step into her if your old version is still lingering? Say you're trying to make more money. Well, maybe you still have old parts of you that are clinging on to, is that possible? Am I even worthy of that? Deep subconscious, the fear of making more money, the fear of living more freely doesn't make sense to our conscious brain, but subconsciously, it's actually pulling us back because we find comfort in what's familiar. And being the next version of you feels unsafe to your body because it's new and unfamiliar. This new version that I'm stepping into, it feels exciting, but I'm experiencing things pop up. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more real and clear on like what I'm trying to convey right now. When it comes to money and finances, I've done so much rewiring and reprogramming. It's been like a year and a half that money has been my ultimate focus. Even though I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm this new version of me. I have all these new beliefs set in. Sometimes it's still gonna creep in because again, you're continuously growing. You're continuously like, I'm not going to just get to one set point and that's it. I'm going to make a certain amount of money and that's it. No, I see myself making more and more and more and more, growing more and more and more in every aspect of my life. So that means that if there's parts of you that could potentially be blocking that next version of you, then it's going to start coming up, and it's going to start coming up so that you can process it, so that you can clear it and you can see what's standing in the way. It's really looking at the fears that are coming up and this painful transformation transition as sacred, because that is in itself a sign that you're evolving and growing. And being in the moment right now and feeling myself get overwhelmed by certain tasks that I want to do, certain emails that I'm receiving. It's tax season, so I'm doing my taxes, and that's something that has always overwhelmed me and scared me. But I'm learning that when I actually do it, it's not scary. It's not difficult. It's a lot of it is really in my head because I do it and I'm like, oh, that didn't take long. That was easy. Or I ask a question. I used to not ask questions. If I didn't understand something, I just would ignore it. I would just, oh, I'll deal with it later. But the thing is like, it's not that I'm dealing with it later, because I'm still holding on to that. So that anxiety that it gave me to receive that email that I have to respond about something to do with the taxes, I have to send in a form, let's say. I'm like, I'll just look at it later. But as I'm carrying on my day-to-day life, weeks and weeks, however long I decide to hold off on it, I'm carrying that with me subconsciously. Subconsciously, it's on my back, giving me anxiety. And sometimes it's not even that clear in your face that you realize. That's why when we're ignoring our finances and we're ignoring our debts, we're ignoring any kind of trauma, any kind of experience that we've had, breakups, heartbreak, whatever it is that we've experienced that we're not processing and actually facing head on, we're carrying with us and we don't even realize it. And those things could be the blocks that are blocking you from your next expansion. I think this goes into really reprogramming our nervous system as we're going through this and as we're moving along through life and transitioning and evolving, holding on to the vision of what we see for ourselves and our why. Why are we doing this? Because, I mean, truth is, do I really want to sit here and start unpacking the reasons why this anxiety is coming up or the reasons why I'm feeling a certain way, blah, blah, blah? Do I really want to even go and sit down and respond to that email and deal with that? I don't. I just remembered something. I was at an event and I had a conversation with this girl, and we were talking about business and money and everything. And she was telling me how, she has her man deal with the finances. Like, she just wants to have her business, but she doesn't want to deal with any of the money things. That's too scary. It's too much. She doesn't like it. Da, da, da. That's fear that you're holding on to that is actually going to affect your business. You're fearful of money. Your relationship with money is going to affect the amount of money that you're going to be able to bring into your business. And I used to have that too. I used to say, I didn't want to deal with any of it. And maybe that was also having someone to take care of it for the longest time, like having my dad help me with all of that. Not even help me, just do it, I guess. Just, he has the account, and I think a lot of us have parents that have accountants, and we just send it off. So that's what I would be doing. I would just be sending it off. You deal with it, whatever. But the whole thing, just everything was just very, very scary and overwhelming for me. I know that those are blocks, even going into your bank account, you not wanting to go into your bank account and just ignoring what is going on. Just, I don't need to look at it. I remember my parents would tell me go into your bank account, look at it, see where everything's going. And I'm like, why am I going to do that? I'm spending my money. I know where it goes. Why am I going to go? I just didn't understand why I need to go in there and look at things. I didn't care to. It wasn't fun. I didn't care to do it. I think it's making these things that we're looking at as stressful or just even technical things that are boring, we don't want to do, making it a little bit more fun and exciting, looking at it in a way of, you're this if you want to be this CEO businesswoman, you want these things to feel good. And I mean, would a CEO businesswoman be afraid to look at her finances? No. And I do want to relate this to just everything, being this next version of you. If you want to be this free living, time freedom, or someone that just got fresh out of a relationship and doesn't care about centering their life around men. Okay, but then you're still checking his Instagram and you're still reading over your messages with him. You have to rip the Band-Aid off and start becoming that next version of you. And sometimes becoming that next version of you means addressing these things. Why is that still happening? Why are you still checking these other women that maybe are dating that guy? I know I'm kind of going all over the place with the references, but I feel like this is something that can be tied to so many things. Why are you still checking that girl and comparing yourself to her? It all comes back to you. It's not about them. It's not about the task itself. It's not about people, the relationships. It's not about that. it's all about you. You have to question yourself. Why are you doing that? Why are you still hanging on? Where does this come from? And still giving yourself grace. You hold the vision of where you're headed and where you want to become, and don't lose sight of that while this is all coming up. Don't lose yourself in everything that's coming up, but recognize what's happening. Have the awareness to see what's happening and giving yourself that grace that this is actually happening for your greatest evolution. This is happening for your next expansion. It's all perfect. Everything is going to happen in divine timing, in the steps that you need to take in order to get to that next version of you. You need to take these steps first. You can't just skip steps, because that fear is going to continue to creep in unless you address it, release it. Then you can move on to that next version of you. I already feel even more calm, to be honest, myself, because I was feeling triggered by things that were coming up. And as I was writing this down and reminding myself, like actually doing this in the moment, I feel better already. And talking it out is very, very helpful right now. So the first thing that I would do is remind yourself that you're not behind, you're building. Your timeline, your divine plan is perfect, and it's meant to be this way. Letting go of the control of how you think that it should look, trusting, surrendering, and just going through the obstacles when they come, allowing yourself to go through it, to feel all the emotions that are coming up, and just remembering that you're not late, you're not behind. You know exactly where you're headed. You feel it. And what is happening right now does not mean anything about you. 2, I would be visualizing my highest self daily, who I want to become, and having that clear image in my head always. Constantly talk about it, constantly journal it out, constantly script. I like to really just be all about her and where I'm headed. And I like to just see things really, really clear. I get really obsessive over things like this. And I'll talk with ChatGPT all the time about, let's write me a fairy tale about my dream life and who I'm becoming and all this. And I literally will do that before bed. And then I'll script it. And I'll be like, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that this has happened and this is happening, and I have this and I have this and I have that. We need to continuously visualize our highest self. The more that you know her, the more that you're becoming her. How does she walk? How does she talk? How does she create? What does she do on a day-to-day basis? Slowly, the more that you talk about her, the more you just become her. And I always think about that when I look back at my journals, or I think back of like who I wanted to be, and seeing which this is probably, 100%, you can look back and see the version that you are today and how this is someone that you had aspired to be, and you're here now. So don't get lost in thinking, this is like the first point of like thinking that you're behind because you dreamed about being the version that you are today. Oh, that hits. And yeah, so like just stay visualizing though with your next version. Stay clear on that. The next point would be feeling safe in the uncertainty. Feeling like, I think it's like giving yourself those affirmations and reminding yourself when you're in those moments that this is okay, this is normal, and regulating yourself when you're going through these moments. Journaling, crying, whatever outlook works best for you in order for you to go through this, do it. I think talking it out for me and journaling is very, very helpful when I'm going through things like this, and just reminding myself. I just really need to remind myself that this is a part of the growth. This is a part of it. So what I'm feeling is normal and I'm safe. Reminding myself that I'm safe over and over again. I'm safe. I'm okay. I'm right on track. Everything is fine. I get a little bit of like time anxiety and I'll start thinking about, I need to do this, I need to do that. And that really, really overwhelms me. Just one thing at a time. I don't know if this is ADHD brain, but one thing at a time, you're okay. I think something that's helpful is like setting up my days with like what to do and giving myself time periods of I'm going to work on this, I'm going to complete this, I'm going to complete that. Also like following my heart and what feels right in the moment. If it feels right to do nothing, then I need to trust that and I need to do nothing. If I need to journal, I need to cry. It's like going along with how you feel. Right now I feel very creative. Right now things were coming up in me and I felt like I wanted to talk. So I'm doing it now in the moment as opposed to focusing on something that is maybe going to drain me because that's not where my energy is right now. And then by the time I'm like, okay, now is the time to record this podcast, I'm not going to have the energy for it. So just trusting in your internal compass, choosing aligned action over perfection. I mean, all these like really like tie into each other. Perfectionism and wanting things to be a certain way will stop you from even just starting. You don't need to have everything done and everything figured out in order for you to start. Baby steps at a time, but just start. Leaving things to just sit around is not going to help you. Just work with yourself. You can do it slowly, do it in bed. Just start the process of whatever it is, whether it's going through your emotions from a fear that's coming up and you need to journal it out. Just take those little baby steps. Even though you make these little, I don't even want to call them mistakes, you have these moments of the old version of you come up. That's okay. It's normal. We're human. We're human and we're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. As long as you're trying, you're aware, you're exactly perfectly on time and aligned. And just remembering why you're doing this, why you care so much. You're doing this for your younger version, your older version, for present version. You're doing it for your entire lineage, everything that you're doing. Remember that the way that you are, this is what this realization I had really, really helped me. The way that you are today is because of things that have happened to you in your past. It's the systems that you have been born into. It's cultural beliefs that have been put on you. It's societal standards. It's the trauma in your childhood. It's the relationships in elementary school. It's so many things. So many things have, the experiences that you have have built you into becoming the person that you are today. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. If I was born into your body and I was given all your experiences, I would be the exact same person. I would be you. I would be doing exactly what you're doing. I'd be making the decisions that you're making. I'd be choosing the path. If anyone wants to judge you for what you're doing, they are not you and they have not experienced the things that you have experienced. Keep that in mind when these things are coming up, remembering that this is just old programming. These are old beliefs. And because you're on this path of knowing that you're deserving of better and knowing that you're transitioning into a greater version of you, you're now going to be able to move through that and let go of your story and the things that have happened to you, because that is not going to define you forever. You are allowed to let that go and be who you actually are, which is limitless. You are a limitless being. You are the creator of this entire fucking planet. You have more potential that you even realize, even that I realize. Like, we are absolutely everything. I used to handle one business and I wouldn't be able to post consistently. And I had like one task. And like that was just overwhelming for me. And as I've grown, I'm now handling multiple businesses and multiple facets of streams of consciousness. And I'm learning how to balance all of them. And so I need to be proud of myself for those strides. Like the fact that I'm here, everything that I've learned, the fact that I'm able to record another podcast so easily, the fact that everything, every part of who I am today is something to be proud of. And same with you. Don't forget about how far you have come, the person that you are today, the fact that you made the decision to break up with that guy, the way that you made the decision to set boundaries with your family. You made a decision to let go of that job that wasn't fulfilling you. Whatever it is in your life, be proud of yourself for these strides and being the version that you are today, and get so excited for the fears that are coming up. Because truly the darkness, when we're going through it, it's the very thing that propels us forward. These things that are happening are not because you're behind. It's not because you did something wrong. And I know that it's frustrating and I know it's exhausting. Trust me. I'm just like, oh my God, why am I still feeling this? I'm over it. I'm tired. But feel that tiredness. Feel that exhaustion. Feel the annoyance, the anger towards the things that are coming up continuously over and over and over again. These are just patterns that you've probably had for your entire life and you're finally addressing it. Allow that exhaustion to come up so that you no longer are going to choose to live as that old version of you. Because they're all choices. Everything that you do, everything that you experience, they're all choices. And once you're aware of that, that's when you can choose differently. That's when you can move on. I had someone message me saying, oh my God, I'm so behind. I'm just learning about this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're not behind. You're not behind on anything. You're never behind on anything. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, the people you meet, everything is perfect. It's perfectly aligned with your journey, where you're meant to be right now. Everything is perfect. Everything is fine. We're all good. I'm like reminding myself, like, everything is fine. Everything is good. And you have so much time. I think that I'm like, oh my God, I have not enough time in the day. I have to do this. Everything's okay. Everything is okay. The moment that I tap into that calmness and I surrender, that's when you allow things to actually flow and you end up actually doing the things that you want to do. Being in that high pressured anxiety state isn't going to help you. It's not going to allow the flow of abundance to come to you. You're not going to get the messages and the answers that you might be asking for. Let go. Experience what you're experiencing. Everything is fine. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any ideas, things that you would want me to talk about, if you have any questions, if this resonated with you, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on my Instagram, rachelmonica.c. Everything's in the show notes. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to the Becoming Rich podcast with you. I would really appreciate if you liked, subscribed, commented, rated, all the things. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.